Good day and welcome to Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I'm your host, the voice of reason. So this is going to be a little bit different topic than I would say definitely military, foreign affairs. This is probably going to be, well, I guess it could be foreign affairs if you're in a different country. But this is going to be more about YouTube. What what does YouTube look like in a decade from now? I mean, what does YouTube look like in half a decade from now? I can I can remember, I don't want to call it the early stages of media on the internet. This isn't going back that long. This is 2002, 2003, 2005. I don't know if anybody remembers sites that existed, such as Ogrish. Obviously, LiveLink still exists, but it was the Wild West at one point, and there wasn't a lot of the curtailing of content like we see now. But right now on YouTube, especially with content creators, there is a big issue with things being demonetized based on the, uh, the new edition of Newspeak, so to speak. I don't know if anybody is familiar with Newspeak, but highly encourage everybody to read the book 1984 or watch the movie 1984. Great movie, and obviously a great book as well. And another one, Animal Farm. Definitely, those are two books that should be on your reading list. 1984, George Orwell, and The Animal Farm. All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. Yeah. Anyway, back to YouTube. What's it going to look like? Where's it going to be? I don't know. To tell you the truth, I tell you, if we're and this is a phase right now where a lot of these creators are being demonetized, and I mean they're not being really taken off YouTube per se, but a lot of these folks are in this to attempt to make a living. And you have like for instance Joe Rogan, who has departed and has gone to Spotify. You can still see his Joe Rogan clips, but he bailed. He took off, and again, just one word by the YouTube algorithm can get you demonetized. So if you were a YouTube channel that had the ability to make, get a million hits and tens of thousands of subscribers, or not subscribers, just many viewing hours. Um, and you were to be demonetized, then you know you're just talking, and if you're there to try to earn a living and make money, then obviously that's not going to happen for you. And it goes for small creators who maybe want to bring attention to certain things. But if you say certain things, your video will still be there, but that algorithm is going to demonetize you, and it will probably well, it's not going to probably, it is going to limit your reach in terms of who sees your video. They're going to have to look very specifically for you, or be subscribed to your content, so to speak. But fast forwarding 5 years from now, 10 years from now, I would have to wager that YouTube looks a lot like your cable TV. It looks like your Dish Network, your DirecTV. It will be inhabited by very large corporations, and those will be the survivors of YouTube, because YouTube is censoring everything, and the only thing that doesn't get censored is these giant, large mega corporations, these mega media corporations that are now starting to appear on YouTube as well, and they can do it. They have the ability to communicate directly with YouTube, with higher ranking personnel from YouTube, but a small content creator, they are at the whim of the algorithm of the bot army that either likes what you have posted and will monetize you or will demonetize you. And yeah, you can request, I guess, human interaction, so to speak, and that is that's just one person who happens to work here, and I have a picture of the YouTube building in California, and yeah, and then even then, it's highly likely that if you that one word that gets you flagged where you're demonetized, and you reach out and, in an attempt to speak with a human, it's likely that they're going to agree with the algorithm as well. But again, where does this all lead? Well, it's censorship, and I think, based on your age, I think YouTube does an okay job in terms of keeping children away from stuff that they probably shouldn't see. And if you're a parent, well, you should be watching what your kid is watching, and you should limit the amount of time that they set in front of an iPad or a computer watching YouTube, because too much of this stuff is just simply not healthy, especially for a small, impressionable child. Now, a grown adult, they can watch whatever they want to watch, and if they're watching something and they don't agree with it and they don't like it, well, they can turn it off and go someplace else. They're free to do that. But I'm very distraught at the amount of censorship that is occurring, and it's just words that you would think that are completely harmless, and you're gone. YouTube will demonetize you. So, that's going to limit what people say inherently. It's going to limit what they do, what they say, what you see. As a person who enjoys content, who enjoys creative content. So if whatever you're watching has to adapt to YouTube out of fear they're going to get demonetized, well, what you see is going to be inherently censored, because it has to be. And I think we're heading down an incredibly dangerous path, especially for something that is not regulated by the FCC, that's not that shouldn't be internally regulated as harshly as it is currently being regulated internally. Thanks, everybody.